We have to swear police officer in.
Omar.
Omar.
I have the oath already.
Okay,
Ready to go.
okay. Everybody ready? Ready to go? Welcome to the April 28th meeting of the Mayor and Council. The meeting will come to order at 7:04. The meeting is being broadcast on channels 34 and 43 and the Township's YouTube channel, Township of Fairfield, Essex. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor, notice of this meeting is in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapters 231 of the laws of 1975, and has been given by posting a notice of the scheduled dates and change in meeting time of all the conference and regular meetings of the Mayor and Council of the Township of Fairfield on the bulletin board in the municipal building and in the office of the municipal clerk, and by serving notice thereof to the Star Ledger and Progress newspaper on December 26, 2024.
Thank you, Denise. Please call the roll.
Councilman McGlynn?
Here.
Councilman Cifelli?
Here.
Councilman LaForgia?
Here.
Council President Campisi?
Here.
Mayor Galise?
Here. Okay, public comment on agenda items. Anyone wishing to comment specifically on tonight's agenda, please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, we'll close that portion. Communications. Well, tonight we have, looks like a lot of police here, so we'll save the police department communications. The library board met on the 23rd of this month to discuss possible additions and alterations to the library building. We will further the discussion at the next meeting. Activities for May are out and can be seen on the library's website. And we also authorized the purchase of some outdoor furniture for the new patio area. And that's really all I have tonight as far as that goes. Council President Campisi.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. So the senior luncheon is scheduled for Wednesday, May 14th at 11:30 at Doubletree Hotel. So please continue to look on the town website for that. And Lee Day is May 19th. It's a Monday. So please join us for that as well. And no update for environmental commission.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, Peter. Councilman LaForgia.
Mayor, the planning board met. It was just a workshop meeting where we had a discussion. For recreation, we had our egg hunt on the Saturday before Easter. We ended up distributing over 400 bags of goodies for the Easter Bunny for the egg hunters. So it was a great day. Everybody was there from the council and administration and recreation. We thank them for the work that they do for it. And Lenny for his, Iania for his donations. It was just an absolutely beautiful day.
Yeah, we had a great turnout.
Fun time for all the kids that were there. At recreation, we honored our wrestling champs for our program that made it into the tournaments. And our spring sports are up. And just a reminder for camp is filling up very quickly. And if anybody is interested in the summer camp, they should get online onto the recreation website and get all the information they need to sign up for that. And that's all I have for recreation, Mayor.
Okay, thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Councilman McGlynn.
Okay, I have a very short report tonight. Nothing on the DPW. On the volunteer fire department, they had a very successful pancake breakfast. And I'll be meeting with them next week, and I should have more to report on. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Councilman Cifelli.
Also, very short report. Taxes are due by May the 12th, and water bills are due on May the 1st. That's all I have for tonight.
Okay. Oh, it's a quick night. All right. Police Department resolution. A, appointment of Omar Kassam as probationary police officer of the Township of Fairfield, effective April 29th, 2025.
Motion.
Motion,
So moved.
Second.
Council President and Councilman McGlynn, I believe.
Council President Campisi,
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn,
Aye.
Councilman Sefeli,
Aye.
Councilman LaForgia,
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye.
So good evening, everyone, and I'm so happy to welcome our newest Fairfield police officer this evening to be sworn in, and this is Officer Omar Kassem. Officer Kassem graduated from the Essex County Police Academy in December 2024, where he received the Academy's Academic Award for his class. Upon his graduation, he began his service in the law enforcement profession with the Franklin Township Police Department in Somerset County. He attended Rutgers University, where he earned a Bachelor of Science degree in supply chain management. Now, I'm hoping that might help us somewhere, but I'm not sure yet. He comes to us with an extensive private security background. He is also fluent in both English and Arabic. So if I can ask Officer Kassem and his family to come up and bring your holy book, we'll have you sworn in by the mayor.
Okay. Place your right hand in here. Okay, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Omar Qasim,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and in this state under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of the office of police officer, so help me God.
perform all the duties of the office of police officer, so help me God.
Congratulations. One more.
Yeah.
Good?
Just kind of cover it over. The podium over. Okay, good, perfect, thank you.
Going right into it.
Go right in.
Okay, and again, Omar, welcome aboard. You're joining a great professional police department filled with dedicated officers. I know you're going to contribute a lot. And I know just privately, Omar must have called me every day while this whole process was going forward. My kids don't call me that much, so I have to say. But you wanted to come here, and you're here finally. So we'll see you tomorrow for sure.
Okay.
Okay, I'm fortunate enough to have a commendation ceremony this evening, and when you celebrate the work of good police officers, it's always a privilege and very special, and I appreciate the mayor and council for their support of the department, again, by giving us an officer. We did interview officers this evening, and soon we'll be making some announcements as to some future hires for the Fairfield Police Department. But again, focusing on tonight's event for commendations, and both are great work and need to be celebrated. So at this point, I want to call up Corporal James High, Officer Vincent Purcell, Officer John Saragusa, Officer Corey Peretti, and Officer John Cangro. On February 10th, 2025, at approximately 3:40 a.m., Fairfield officers were dispatched to assist the North Caldwell Police Department with a home invasion burglary that was in progress. While officers were responding, it was reported that the suspect vehicle struck a North Caldwell police car and then crashed into a house with 4 suspects fleeing the vehicle. A handgun was found left behind in the car. Officers were able to follow footprints and eventually apprehend the 4 suspects found hiding under a deck. So for their great work, and again, that's a problem that's facing not only our communities, but New Jersey statewide. For that great work, I'm going to present criminal apprehension citations to Corporal High, Officer Purcell, and Officer Saragusa, and unit citations to Officer Peretti and Officer Tangro. Excellent job. Thank you again. I appreciate it. This next commendation is absolutely incredible work, and it's to be celebrated. When something like this comes to place and comes to fruition, it's only because I think God has a hand in it, actually. But it put good people where they needed to be at a certain time, and it's a life-saving award. But it's not just for our police officers, but 2 civilians who also assisted with this incredible story. So I'm going to talk to you about it first, because I think I'm going to ask the 2 people who most are affected by this to come up and help present these awards. But on December 14, 2024, all units were dispatched to the Kids Empire on Route 46. Upon the arrival of the officers, they were directed to the play place structure, where they found a 9-year-old patron who was unresponsive and had no pulse. CPR had been started by 2 patrons of the facility, Mandy Sacker and Diana Lopez, both of whom are thankfully in the medical field. Officers attached oxygen to the patient, as well as an automated external defibrillator, shocking the patient, which allowed him to regain a strong pulse. The officers were able to then navigate the patient to the first floor and eventually to the hospital. We are so happy to report that by the grace of God and the efforts of all involved, 9-year-old Josiah Milton survived and is here today with his mom. And I would ask both of them to come up to help me present these commendations. Guys can come right here. If I can now call up Sergeant Brian Sabatelli. Corporal David Lagan could not be with us. His children are sick tonight. He was planning to come, but he can't be here. Officer Daniel Kalinowski. Officer Louis Biscotti. Dispatcher Crystal Pappas. Mandy Sacker. And Diana Lopez. They deserve a round of applause. This is for Daniel. Right here. This is for Lou. Here. This is for Crystal. Right here. Now just stay right there because I have something else I need you to give out. Stay there. So we're going to present also both Mandy and Diana with the highest civilian award that we have, the Fairfield Police Department Civilian Award. And you guys want to get in the picture? Because we definitely want a nice picture.
Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
All right, so can you guys stay up here because I do have something for Josiah. So your mom today told us, I talked to her today, and she said that you're a big Lakers fan. You like the Lakers. And I tried my hardest. I sent police officers everywhere to find some type of Laker paraphernalia, but couldn't find it. So we decided to do something different. First of all, I want to give you a hat from the Fairfield Police Department and a shirt to be the chief for the day. I also have this pin for you. Now, right around the time of this incident, I think it was earlier in like a week earlier, but Josiah was celebrating his birthday, his 9th birthday, and happened to be, again, celebrating it at the Kids Empire. So his birthday, if you will, was interrupted. So while we couldn't get the Laker stuff, and because it was his birthday, what we want to present you with, Josiah, is from our police officers, a $100 bill that you could do whatever you want with. That's yours. You want to buy a Lakers jersey, whatever you want to do, that's yours. So again, I don't know if you have anything or you, because
I do. Hi, everybody. I think you were outside with me when I was like passing out. um, having a kid comes with a lot. I did not expect to get a frantic phone call, a life or death phone call. Um, Diana and Mandy, everybody, I'm forever thankful. I'm forever in debt. I tell Josiah every time even though he's young, he doesn't fully understand. It was unexpected. He's been a healthy kid his entire life. He's never had any issues growing up. So something like this, I couldn't bear. Seeing your kid hooked up to tubes and in a coma, not knowing if he was gonna wake up. I didn't know, and he just made honor roll, actually. Thank you for everybody that has helped, prayers, everything, and just being there, quick pace, because time mattered. And moving fastly is why he's still here today. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
I'll let you guys, if you want to do some pictures outside for you guys, because the mayor and council still have to roll on. And again, thank you for your support of the department. Get hugs.
Okay, that part of the,
Want to take a picture with the cop? Yeah, take a break.
yeah, anybody who wants to leave now at this point, we're gonna go on, but if you want to get pictures up front, you want to do that?
Take a break. Take a break, take a picture with the casino.
Put your mics on? Okay. All right, let's do number 6, approval of the minutes, the February 24th, 2025 executive meeting minutes, the March 24th, 2025 regular meeting minutes, and the April 7th, 2025 special meeting minutes. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Councilman McGlynn, Councilman LaForgia.
Councilman McGlynn.
Aye.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Council President Campese.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye. Okay, first reading and hearing of ordinance number 2025-13. It's an ordinance to fix the salary and other compensation of the municipal engineer of the Township of Fairfield. This just fell through the cracks, I think, last time. We didn't have Steve in there, right?
That's correct.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, do I have a motion to introduce?
So moved.
Councilman Cifelli, Council President Campese.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Council President Campese.
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn.
Aye.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye. Second reading?
May 19th.
May 19th. B, ordinance number 2025-14. It's an ordinance of the Township of Fairfield, Essex County, New Jersey, authorizing the township's conveyance of property identified as Block 4601, Lot 6, 9 Bodkin Road, pertinent to the local lands and buildings law. Jim, you want to just explain that a little bit?
Yeah, as you all know, we were mandated to remove our old pump wells when we had the well system in town, and we have various parcels throughout the town. This is one of them. It's a very narrow piece of property, and pursuant to New Jersey law, we were able to offer it to any of the adjacent properties to it. And one of the adjacent properties is interested in purchasing it, so we have to pass an ordinance in order to bring this to fruition.
Okay. Do I have a motion to introduce ordinance 2025-14?
So moved.
Council President Campese.
Second.
Councilman McGlynn.
President Campese.
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn.
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye. And also the second reading is the same,
That's correct, May 19th.
May 19th. Okay, ordinance 2025-15. It's an ordinance of the Township of Fairfield, Essex County, New Jersey, amending Chapter 2, Administration of the Township Code. Can I have a motion to introduce?
So moved.
Second.
Councilman McGlynn, Councilman Cifelli.
Councilman McGlynn.
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Council President Campese.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye. Number 8, consent agenda, Administration Department Resolution A, authorization to accept the resignation of Kathleen Tolosi as Deputy Municipal Clerk with the last day of employment, April 4th, 2025. B, accepting the letter of retirement from Glenn Plumstead as zoning official for the Township of Fairfield effective May 1st, 2025. C, authorization of a title change for Anthony LaParry from Code Enforcement Officer and authorizing the appointment to Zoning Code Enforcement Official effective May 1st, 2025. D, authorization to appoint Phil Sheff as Acting Construction Official, Building, Electrical, Plumbing Subcode Official effective April 25th, 2025. E, authorization to rescind Resolution 2025-155 relating to the hiring of Leonard J. Mendola as Assistant Construction Official and Building Inspector effective immediately. F, authorization to hire Watson Lopez as Temporary Emergency Building, Electrical, Fire Protection, and Plumbing Inspector effective April 25th, 2025. G, authorization to appoint Jesse W. Atwell as Building Inspector for the Township of Fairfield on an as-needed basis for one-year term beginning May 3rd, 2025, ending May 2nd, 2026. H, authorization to appoint Frank Gabrielle as Building Inspector for the Township of Fairfield on an as-needed basis for a one-year term beginning May 3rd, 2025, ending May 2nd, 2026. I, authorization to appoint Robert Charles Sr. as Building Inspector for the Township of Fairfield on an as-needed basis for a one-year term beginning May 3rd, 2025, ending May 2nd, 2026. J, authorization to rescind Resolution 2025-157 relating to the hiring of Michael Wallace as electrical inspector, effective immediately. K, authorization to appoint Carlos H. Askew as electrical inspector for the Township of Fairfield on an as-needed basis for a one-year term, beginning May 3rd, 2025, ending May 2nd, 2026. L, appointment of Jody Barroso as interim deputy registrar, effective April 7th, 2025. M, authorization to request the Essex County Board of Taxation to approve a one-year extension from tax year 2026 to tax year 2027 to complete a township-wide reevaluation. N, authorization to amend Fairfield's Policy and Procedure Manual and Employee Handbook. Engineering Department Resolution O, accepting performance bond 747-SR-300291-01-0022 from Conti Federal Services in the amount of $25,000. Fire Department Resolution P, authorization for Caitlin R. Kaplan to become a junior firefighter. Q, authorization for Carlos M. Calan to become a probationary firefighter. R, authorization to reimburse Nicholas E. Burrows for mileage to attend Firefighter 1 course at Bergen County Fire Academy. OEM Department Resolution S, authorization for the Township of Fairfield to adopt the 2025 Essex County Hazard Mitigation Plan. Police Department Resolution T, authorization to renew a one-year Netcood Mobile S Essential Plan with PMC Wireless for the Police Department in the amount of $7,968.12. Public Works Resolution U, authorization to hire Nicholas Piccinini as a full-time repairman in the Department of Public Works, Water, Sewer Department, effective April 28th, 2025. V, authorization to purchase asphalt from SBI Material in the amount of $2,440. W, authorization to purchase a new vehicle wheel balancer for the Fleet Department from Huffman Services in the amount of $11,961.45. X, authorization for Route 23 Auto Mall to perform outside work on car number 406 in the amount of $2,587.57. Item Y, authorization to purchase asphalt from Tilcon relating to the municipal parking lot renovations in the amount of $11,680.82. Z, authorization to renew the annual maintenance contract with GenServe for 10 township generators in the amount of $8,480. Double A, authorization to purchase meters from Core and Main for the Water Sewer Department in the amount of $1,780. Recreation Department Resolution Double B, authorization to renew for 1 year the accident health insurance policy for the Recreation Department in the amount of $4,036. Double C, authorization to amend Resolution 2024-584 relating to hiring of Steve's Tree Service for the removal of trees in the Township Park. Tax Collector Resolution Double D through Double L, as stated on the agenda. Municipal Clerk Resolution Double I, approval of raffle number 2025-09 for an off-premises raffle, 50/50 raffle, to be on September 21st, 2025 for Save the Animals Rescue Team. Double M, approval of raffle 2025-10 for a tricky tray to be held on September 21st, 2025 for Save the Animals Rescue Team. And Double N, approving the application of TYH Fairfield LQ for a person-to-person transfer of liquor license number 0707-36-025-005 at 690 Route 46 East, Township of Fairfield, County of Essex, New Jersey. If there are no questions or corrections, may I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Council President Campese, Councilman Cifelli, I believe.
Council President Campese.
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn.
Aye.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye. Okay, approval of the bills list, Joe? List?
Mr. McCluskey, our Chief Financial Officer, is certified that the funds are available. I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills with the exception of bill number 25-00801 in the amount of $9,783,700.91.
Second.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Council President Campese.
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn.
Aye.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion to pay bill number 25-00801.
So moved. Second.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn.
Aye.
Council President Campese.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
No vote. Okay. Do we have any written communications tonight?
Yes, Mayor, we have one that we received from the state of New Jersey. It was the grant for $75,000 for our recreation turf field that we are going to put towards replacing the turf on the turf field.
Yeah, because it's a percentage, because it's going to cost a lot more than that, I
It
understand.
is a percentage,
Yeah.
but we're working on the rest, Mayor.
But, yeah, that's a great start. Okay, any unfinished business tonight? New business? Okay, brings us to public comment session. Anyone wishing to be heard, come forward, state your name and address for the record.
My name is Laura Pepper Doyle, 25 Schindler Way, Sterling Green. I'm here as president of the Sterling Green Homeowners Association. Once again, since it's springtime and all the Sterling Green residents have woke up. Again, they have, all right? We are asking, has anything been finalized regarding the Fairfield property at Greenbrook Country Club? Once again, lots of rumors.
Well, there are rumors, and the rumors are that it's going to be developed, which is true.
We know.
We don't have anything in concrete, correct, Jim?
Well, Mayor, you're right. At this point, we have, the plans were submitted to the engineering office.
Are those the original conceptual plans or the final plans?
These are the final plans for building.
Okay.
Okay, they're in the engineer's office. They're being reviewed. I believe it'll probably come up at a planning board meeting in June, if it's deemed complete.
Okay. And then, of course, we've always asked, because we have a real serious water runoff problem, that's what we're really concerned with.
Right, so
That's
the
Sterling
planning
Green.
board at the last meeting hired an engineering firm for that purpose, because all of us sitting up here know the situation, not only with Sterling Green, but it comes down to Passaic Avenue.
Correct.
So we hired a very reputable firm to come in and go through all of the plans as far as drainage and actually sewers also.
All right. Thank you. I'll let our residents
We
know.
have a long way to go, but feel
I know
free
we do.
anytime.
Absolutely, Bill. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll close the public comment session. The next meeting of the mayor and council will be Monday, May 19th, 2025, at 7 PM in these council chambers. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Councilman LaForgia,
Second.
Councilman McGlynn.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn.
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Council President Campese.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye. Thank you, everyone.